What that band always was, and that's what all the bands that I've been in from Sabbath onward have been that, because that was such a great part of my life that a lot of that incorporated itself into what Dio became. I think Dio always became this conglomeration of Sabbath and Rainbow.
Yeah.
It always became that because I insisted upon the strength of it and also insisted upon the melody of it. And that's one of the things that always attracted Tony to me as a singer and as a writer, because he loved musicality, and he wasn't getting it from any other source other than me, and that's why we had such a good rapport together. Well, it wasn't scary. It was a labor of love. It was so wonderful to play again with Jimmy for a start, to still play with Vinny, and to have this other wonderful presence to come into our lives, Vivian Campbell, who was just such a magical guitar player. I mean, this kid was just born with that thing in his hand. I mean, he could just play like an angel. And there was this magical thing. It already happened. I'd already written Holy Diver and Don't Talk to Strangers. So we had two wonderful songs to start with. And then we just went into the studio and wrote some more. And it was, I keep using that word, but it was very magical. It was correct, it was right, it was why this band, or that band at that time, was so successful, because everyone could feel in the grooves of vinyl in those days just how wonderful it was, and just certainly how good everybody was in the band, and we really cared about each other. But like everything else, things change. During that album, I had more misgivings than anyone else did, because I probably had more to lose than anyone else did. It was more like Richie when he left Purple. Me, I loved Sabbath, but I had a great career behind me. It wasn't just Sabbath, it was Rainbow and Sabbath. So I knew I could draw upon those experiences and certainly upon that success when it came time to play live, which we eventually did. But I was a bit worried, well, if this doesn't succeed, then I failed at this project. But once it was released and once it did what it did, I just said, well, thank you, someone, whoever you may be, wherever, whatever God you believe in may be. And from there, it was, the sky was the limit after that.